Only 5 field goal attempts. That's a shocking number, but even defensively.
Left it short, Powell on the glass. Back out to Kyrie, walks into the 3.
They've cooled off a bit from 3 here in the second half.
Vanderbilt with a little bit of pace. Oh boy, changed gears and scored it. Timeout Dallas.
I'm watching him play. His competitiveness is infectious, and we've seen that here in the start of the third quarter.
Spent a little bit of time down in Texas, where Vanderbilt's from.
Teams of these two teams in striking and stark contrast to one another.
Oh, Vanderbilt, great anticipation, and slides it home. Jared Vanderbilt throws up the 3, and the Los Angeles Lakers storm back. It's their biggest comeback since December 6, 2002.
Now, I don't want to flood YouTube with these videos about the Lakers, but they keep winning and showing the league that they are not the same team as before. Then at the same time, disappoint everyone with this stuff going on with LeBron. So let's break it down. Since they traded Russell Westbrook and acquired a new depth, they are 4-1 and now have great spacing, at times elite defense, and a lot of smiling on the court. What was not the case before. And while the reports that came out saying that Russell Westbrook was a vampire are disgusting, by the way, horrible takes by the media may have been half right. So of course, Westbrook is not a vampire, but the tension in the locker room must have been lifted with his departure. A wise man once said, winning cures everything. Now, I'm not sure who said that, but I am sure that the Lakers are back. Sunday, February 26th, the Los Angeles Lakers matched up against the Dallas Mavericks. The new Dallas Mavericks were Luka and Kyrie Irving. And before the second quarter, they were down 27. In fact, I think this is around halfway in the second quarter, they was down 27. From the jump, they were getting beat. And this same Lakers team, before the trade, would have easily sat down and had no chance of coming back. Yet, they ended up coming back, taking the lead, clutching it up through their defense. They won that game. They were down 27 in the second quarter, and they came back and won that game in regulation, no less. It's not even beat around the bush. Shout out to Jared Vanderbilt. I can't say single-handedly because LeBron and AD also had fantastic games. And they're not the only one. All the players stepped up and played good outside of Malik Beasley. But keep shooting up ball. We ain't really judging. Jared Vanderbilt played phenomenal in the second and third quarter. And the run really started at the end of the second with Jared securing the boards, having a stat line of, let me make sure I'm correct, having a stat line of 15 points and 17 rebounds with 4 steals. And it felt like he had more than 4 steals. Locking up Luka Doncic, getting steals in a passing lane, leading to the fast break buckets. That was him. Leading the team in rebounds. That was him. Giving LeBron James and Anthony Davis opportunity to take a breather. That was him. And we'd even mentioned the Lakers got this dub without their starting point guard in D'Angelo Russell. This is a Lakers team that beforehand, before the trade, had little to no chance of winning this game. Missing your starting point guard and still being able to win against a team that was thought to be contenders. But, you know, if you watch my videos, you kind of know how I feel about them. But but then we go to something as beautiful as this win to then have breaking news about LeBron James. LeBron James listed us out. His ankle got hurt in the Mavericks game. He clutched it out. He finished the game. He had his 26 or whatever many points. But now he's going to miss his next few games potentially. Definitely the next game. He's going to be reevaluated in the coming weeks. And the question for the Lakers with the new roster has always been, do they have enough time? But with your best player, which is crazy that LeBron is still their best player, should really be Anthony Davis. With their best player being out, their leader being out, their leading scorer being out, and also their leading playmaker being out, now that I think about it, well, all of that being out, it is extremely unlikely for them to make any sort of run. However, their win against the Mavs definitely a message to the entire league that they're not the same team. And keeping in mind that the Lakers, the teams they are playing, aren't the best of teams. Like outside of the Grizzlies, a lot of teams are teams they have beat before, like the Warriors without KD, the Pelicans without Zion. These are the echelon of teams that they will be going against. It's not impossible to think they can clutch out and get some dubs. Everything before this point was before the Lakers-Grizzlies game. That game just ended for me, and I watched the full game. And I will say, with LeBron James being out, the Lakers showed some bright spots. It's good to see that they didn't get blown out by the Grizzlies. It's good to see they was in the game for like a good 95% of the game. But it is very apparent that without LeBron, without D'Angelo Russell, they don't have the playmaking to get it done on a night-to-night basis, at least against teams like the Grizzlies. That's one side of it. The other side of it is, though, they just was in the game without the starting point guard and without LeBron James, the best playmaker, scored everything, basically. And it was in the game. Like, without a doubt, in the game. So they could potentially end up beating teams like the Warriors without Curry. But it's going to be a dogfight. But they should be thrashing teams like the Orlando Magic, like the Rockets, which they'll play in the later half of the season. Even if LeBron isn't back by then. And not to mention, D'Angelo Russell should be back soon. I don't believe there's a timetable for him yet. To me, what this game did show, however, is that the Lakers, without LeBron James, had the potential of beating teams like the Grizzlies. Which means they should have the potential to beat teams like the Warriors without Curry. Because I would say the Grizzlies team is better than the Warriors team without Curry. I would say that. I don't think that's a wild thing to say. They were thought to be one of the best teams in the West. So the Lakers going head-to-head with them down the stretch, even though they did sell the game with their lack of playmaking. D'Angelo Russell will be back soon. So that kind of sets the bar for the Lakers. If you can compete with them without D'Lo and LeBron, you should be able to compete with the Pelicans and probably beat them. And you should be able to compete with the Warriors and probably beat them. And if I'm a Lakers fan, it gives me hope. If I'm a LeBron James fan, I want him back ASAP. And if I'm a Grizzlies fan, I'm actually kind of upset that the team is missing a starting point guard and LeBron James, and that we weren't able to blow them out. Like, it was a close game for the majority of the game, like single digits for the majority of the game. There was a solid stretch where the Grizzlies took off, but one thing you can easily tell is that the Lakers, they're deep. Like, without LeBron James, you had AR-15, Austin Reeves step up dramatically. Lonnie Walker step up dramatically. There's a huge lack of playmaking. There were some scuffles on the court. And by scuffles, I really just mean there was some frustration on the court that was easy to see for the Lakers. You had Dennis Schroeder, who looked very frustrated getting turnovers. D'Angelo Russell could help fix a lot of that. Like, if they have D'Lo, the Lakers are winning this game. If I'm not trying to be biased here, it doesn't look good at all. Like, you're a Lakers team without your best playmaker, without your best finisher, without your best scorer, without your starting small forward, and your starting point guard right now. If this is any other team, like, everyone would be like, yeah, this is raps. Lakers fans, leave a comment down below what you think. Grizzly fans, I'll be very worried. But for everyone else, goodbye.